It's a dispersal zoning at the moment and everything that's going on, so you can't be within.
No, I'm not interested in that property.
So, what were you taking photos of the hotel?
No, the layout of the street.
For any particular reason?
No, not at all. I'm not for or against. I'm not into any politics. You know.
Any idea on you? Anything
No,
like
no.
that? Nothing at all.
No.
Alright.
I'm just a member of public walking down the street.
Yeah.
I understand there's a dispersal order in place, and that's why I'm not trying to do anything out of any ordinary like that. I'm just interested in what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't hang about outside any gates or...
What's your hat?
Pardon?
What's your hat?
Oh, it's just happy-go-lucky, you know.
What we'll do, mate, is we'll verify you, and if all that checks out, back to me on, alright? What's your first name?
Oh, don't give me a name.
You don't give me a name?
No, no.
Right, okay.
Get ready to witness a tense audit showdown, where a simple walk down the street quickly turns into a test of rights. From the start, the officer questions why the man is there, pressing for answers. Calmly, he explains he's no activist, no protester, just a member of the public walking freely. Yet suspicion is already in the air, and the stage is set for a confrontation that will only escalate.
Everything that's been going on round there, you taking photos in the direction of the hotel?
No, but basically, if they'll tell you, at not one moment was I putting my camera into their property, focusing on them. I kept moving around the place. I'm interested in all these industrial areas here. I'm going to take some photography around here on this industrial estate. I've got no interest in solely filming anything to do with immigration or like that.
Okay, obviously our colleagues have thought enough to notify us.
Yeah, they were watching me. I'm thinking, what's he? I could see him on his radio. I'm thinking, I'm just stood here. I'm thinking, what's wrong with him?
Well, like you say, you've admitted to us that there's a dispersal.
Yeah.
If someone goes up with a camera and they're taking photos, obviously, like you've admitted to us.
Yeah.
So it's look unusual.
I'm just exercising my right as a person to walk the streets. I'm not in.
The auditor makes it clear that his camera was never aimed into private property, insisting he has no interest in immigration or politics. He explains he's simply fascinated by the industrial surroundings and is exercising his right to walk freely. But as he justifies himself, the officers hover, doubtful, already treating him like someone who's there with hidden intent. The tension between lawful photography and perceived threat begins to grow.
Okay.
Well, what we'll do then is we have been notified that you are inside the dispersal zone, so we'll be issuing you with a dispersal notice, okay? All the information will be on here, but you do need to...
Can I just ask you a question, quick, please? So, a dispersal, for what reason would that be if I'm telling you, one, I'm not here to cause any havoc in regards to what's going on. That has gone live all the way up and down the country. Yep. So it'd be stupid not to admit that you didn't know through the media what's going on there. But what I'm saying, what is my dispersal for? If it just...
To be out of the zone, so you come within the zone of dispersal. You've been seen taking photos. I understand you're giving us an explanation for that.
Yeah.
But our colleagues have felt enough for us to learn, obviously, of your presence there, and you have been within the zone. Therefore, we can issue you the dispersal notice not to return within this zone within a set period of time, which is 48 hours.
What, even just walking?
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Seriously?
That's a dispersal.
That is a dispersal zone.
Yeah, but for what? I've not done anything. I've not done anything.
That's why you're not getting locked up. You're getting given a ticket to say, do not go back there.
No, but I'm not interested in going back there.
This is where things heat up. The officers declare the area is under a dispersal order, informing him he'll be issued a notice. The auditor pushes back immediately, asking why, demanding a clear reason. He insists he's done nothing wrong, reminding them it's a public footpath, open to everyone. But the officers remain firm, pressing the dispersal as necessary, while the auditor digs in, challenging their authority and refusing to accept their reasoning.
Pass as well.
Right, well, we'll go and deal with them now.
Yeah, but they weren't doing anything wrong either.
We're dealing with you, aren't we? We can't deal with two people.
Come on, sir. What?
So we're dealing with you.
Can I have your caller numbers, please?
Yeah, mine's 455 now.
What, and yours, please, miss?
1702.
I think this is well out of order, this.
Okay, can I take your surname?
I don't wish to give you. I've not committed any crimes. I've literally walked through the place, taking... If that constable in that van would tell you, I was taking the pictures of the other building, you know, for what purpose? It's a photograph. Photography's not a crime.
Right. But, however, if you are causing harassment, alarm, and distress as well to the people that are there...
And I can prove there was not even one person about from the hotel, and that's what I'm saying.
You just said you weren't looking at the hotel, you were looking at the other buildings.
I'm aware of my surroundings, who's on the street. There was members of public on the street, and there was nobody out of the hotel who wandered past me.
The confrontation escalates when the auditor demands collar numbers and accuses them of acting out of order. He makes his stand with a simple but powerful statement: photography is not a crime. He explains that nobody was around, no harm was done, and yet he's being treated like a criminal. Here, the clash between public rights and police suspicion becomes undeniable, and the tone turns sharper.
Right, do you know the Nicola Bully case? A lady went missing in St Michael's, right? There's a dispersal notice in place for people who are wanting to probably go down there, make a TikTok video, go onto private land and stuff. But the park isn't closed off for members of the public like myself. I can go down in that...
people are aware not to go down there, you know.
Yes, but it doesn't stop normal members of the public like myself. Like I'm saying, there's no agenda for me being there.
They don't want people down there, do they?
But so they need to close the street off then, sir.
Well, we don't need to close the street off because there's businesses down there as well.
How can I? Am I entitled to go to the other business?
To which other business?
There's another hotel across the road.
If you go into a business and you've got genuine purpose to visit that business.
But what if I do? What if I want?
At the end of the day as well, we've asked to verify you to move you on. You won't also pass on details, but also increases suspicion. You're not allowing to verify you
miss.
as well. With everything that's been going on, I'll tell you now, us two were both from that from Pine on Friday getting all sorts hurled at us and abused.
And I don't agree with that.
I am not saying you do, but I'm just saying from what's happened and now this dispersal's in there to protect it, it's only on for a short while. And
Miss, can you accept that I'm a sole person on myself? I've got
I don't know you though, do I?
You don't know, but end of the day.
I appreciate where you're coming from. I'm also telling you from our point of view as well, from what we've had to put with.
Yeah, but I'm hoping, miss, that you could perhaps see that as a member of public, that we shouldn't be stopped from walking in areas where when we've got nothing to do with what's going on there.
Yeah, we don't know that you've got nothing to do with it, or do we?
You've come to question me.
Yeah, but you could easily come up with anything, couldn't you? At the end of the day, I'm not saying.
But this isn't Nazi Britain. This you are actually dealing with me now like I'm some suspect or criminal.
No, we weren't. We came up to
that suggestion.
The auditor doesn't hold back, drawing comparisons to other cases where dispersal orders were misapplied. Frustration boils over as he declares, "This isn't Nazi Britain," accusing officers of treating him like a suspect without cause. The language is strong, the emotion raw, and the standoff hits a dramatic peak. This is no longer just about walking down the street. It's about freedom, perception, and power.
I'm on the understanding if you're not suspected of committing a crime, you don't have to give your details in the UK.
That's fine, and I'll just put your description down
okay.
Instead. Alright, and I'll give you a copy of this just so that you've got a copy for your...
Yeah, I will be making complaints towards that because I don't think that my activity down there warrants me getting a slip of paper to say that I can't go back, because what happens if my vehicle was parked at the other side and I wanted to walk back to it? I'm walking around the whole industrial estates around here taking pictures.
It's not, is it? And then you would explain that to us and we'll
I have explained why I was taking pictures down there though.
You've said you've been down there taking pictures?
Yeah, but
we're giving us notice to do not return back to that area. That's pure and simple. It's on the matter.
So I can't walk down that street again?
Because then you'd be breaching the dispersal notice.
Seriously?
The situation takes a serious turn as the officers formally hand over a dispersal notice. The auditor voices his anger, insisting this paperwork is unjust and questioning how it affects his right to even return to his car or nearby businesses. His frustration is clear. He's being pushed out for no lawful reason, and now it's official. The dynamic shifts from verbal argument to a documented restriction of movement.
Seriously?
Yeah, you're not being arrested.
Right, okay then. Can I ask you this question? Where's the barrier of the dispersal notice?
It's Riddler's Lane itself.
So can I take my drone up from the cemetery?
I've got permission to fly a drone.
Well, I've got a license to fly a drone.
I've got permission to fly a drone.
Well, you don't need it in that area because it's the drone assist app.
You sure?
Yeah. I can clarify that for you here now. I just want to ask you these questions before.
I don't understand why you'd want to fly a drone, to be honest.
Because I want to put this up to the internet now. This is what happens when a normal member of the public who's got nothing to do with anything in regards to immigration, opposing views or anything like that, people who know me know I'm not about that. Okay. I don't make political statements in my life or anything like that. I just never do it. I'm just all about a freedom person to be able to walk and do what he wants. Within the law.
Unfortunately, like I say, Riddler's Lane, there's a space notice on this will be active.
Because I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
When the police are coming under fire and stuff like that, you're stuck between both sides. I totally get that, but where the police are coming under fire, it's for simple things like this. When everybody who knows me knows.
It's not, is it? Because we're just giving you advice, and the advice is back to the dispersal zone. Please don't return to it because you're issued with a ticket. You know, I'm not throwing you against the wall. I'm not trying to search you or anything like that.
Well, it seems like it though. It seems like I'm being restricted in a public place.
We've been fine with you. We've been very pleasant with you. You've been very pleasant with us as well.
I'm quite annoyed now, actually. Okay. I could understand you wanting to speak to me.
Okay.
So it's within the CTI basically. There's no restrictions in the area. The wind speed is 9 kph at the minute.
Right.
So if anybody wanted to fly a drone in that area, is there any chance you could ask somebody if I'd be getting challenged for doing that?
I can ask, but whether somebody will know, I don't know. I'd probably have to go through the airport, speak to the airport.
Well, that's the Civil Aviation Force. So they cover the airspace. But what I'm trying to say is now, like, so if I wanted to get aerial footage of all these industrial sites, which I do, it's not just that round area, it's the whole place. I want to know if I'm going to be getting perhaps bloody challenged just for having a drone in the air.
That's a very good question, and I'll try and find out for you.
Because I have to cover myself legally whilst I'm speaking to a constable, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of backing down, the auditor presses into new territory, drone rights. He asks directly if he can legally fly his drone in the area, citing licenses and aviation rules. The exchange becomes less hostile but still tense, as officers admit uncertainty, leaving the man questioning whether even his lawful aerial footage might draw unnecessary police attention. This part highlights how far-reaching restrictions can feel when freedom to document is constantly under suspicion.
Because what about if, say for instance, a person goes down there, he doesn't know that there's a dispersal order, and he starts snapping away with his camera, chances are he might even be in handcuffs. For what? He doesn't even know.
Yeah, and obviously we try and spread it as much as we can through social media and things like that. But obviously we have the issue with you is the city's lights running all the way along here. So, in like you said about road closure and things like that, it's almost impossible because the amount of disruption.
Yeah, but you know, because
yeah, do you mean the little?
Yeah, so with the dead end, they could put up where the van was burnt out.
Yeah.
They could basically put a message on that lamppost and the one at the bottom of the street by saying this is dispersal order. And probably contain the details within what they don't want you actually to do, because photography in itself, it's not unlawful or illegal.
No, I completely understand where you're coming from. I appreciate that, and we'll feed it back. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. We'll feed it back and see if there's anything they can put. Obviously, you're aware now, and the main thing is that just into it, so just stay out of that zone. But I think it's just
finding out about a drone.
And then
no problems. But yeah, I'm going to go in here now. These lads, they're brilliant. You know, they'll show you around the trucks and everything, you know. Yeah, well, see, there's different people, you know. Some people get a bit scared of a camera. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Some people, you know, are like, oh, I'll show you around, you know. It's 249 gram DJI. It's got flyer's ID and operator's ID. It's a DJI.
DJI?
Mini.
DJI Mini?
Yeah, it's 249 gram.
249 gram?
Yeah. See what the councils can do sometimes, they can put a restriction on drones in the area.
Yeah.
But then it conflicts with the CAA. So what they would do is look in court and say, well, what was it reasonable to restrict his movement of flying? You know, was there any dangers? Did he, you know, there's all sorts to take into account. But every drone flyer should be mindful of doing the right thing, basically. Yeah.
Every day's a learning day. Yeah, you're fine to fly it.
Yeah.
Because it's under 250
grams, yeah.
However, as long as it's not causing a harassment.
Yeah.
ASB,
Yeah. I always
Usual, I presume that you're a seasoned.
Most people don't actually know it's in the sky. You keep a reasonable
You've got to
height.
keep an eye on it as well.
Well, you've always got to keep a line of sight.
Yeah.
So, like I say,
You know a lot more than me.
I might not even get back down there yet. I've got a lot to see on industrial here.
You're good then?
Yeah, I'm brilliant.
Do you want this?
No, I'm okay. Because like I say, you've told me now. I'm
Yeah.
not happy with it, but
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
I don't break the law.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right, mate.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers. So there we go, guys. A dispersal order for a man with a camera on his own. Absolute crazy, innit?
The final stretch is reflective but no less powerful. The auditor points out the lack of signage, arguing that any member of the public could unknowingly walk into a dispersal zone and be penalized. He highlights the dangers of poor communication, emphasizing again that photography is not a crime. By the end, his frustration spills over, a lone man with a camera treated like a threat. His words capture the absurdity of the situation. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.